Hi everyone, I'm Peggy Rometo and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay guys, this is where we slow down, we practice dialing into our intuition by just being able to focus on our breath, quiet the mind, let go of everything that we think we already know about our week and what's coming up. And in doing so, something new can come in. Or it may be just affirming what you already know. But we don't know unless we practice, right? And the more that we do this, the stronger that intuitive connection becomes, and it makes it easier then for us to dial in anytime, anywhere, okay? As I go through the conversation, as it opens up, right, what I want you to do is just listen and just notice, is it true for me? Is it true for somebody else I know? Maybe it'll touch on something and it'll amplify and you'll get even more information for yourself. So this is a great little practice. You can do it anytime you want, but I do it here once a week for you guys, just as a way to keep me in touch with you, as well as being able to have myself look out for things that are going on this week that I may not be paying attention to. So it's a fun little game for us to play and to practice and to stay in touch. Okay, so let's go ahead, and the way we always start is we can either close our eyes or you can look off in the distance and kind of defocus, whatever, it's up to you. It's all about being comfortable. I like to initially close my eyes and go in, bring my focus into my heart, kind of let go of any of that pressure to do it right or the pressure to get it right. Right, that you can feel, maybe you feel it building up in your throat or in your chest. So just exhale it out. And then I like to use an imaginary anchor that I drop all the way to the center of the earth with my breath. And then I inhale up to the crown of my head and then exhale again all the way back down to the center of the earth. Using my imagination, filling it in with white light, all these different things, they actually use different aspects of our intuitive ability, our clairvoyance, our clairsentience, and helps us to strengthen those bonds. So that's why I want you to pretend that you can see white light. I want you to notice how you're feeling when you start, right? So that when we open up to the information, if something changes physically for you or you start to have things pop into your mind, you'll know it's part of the answer. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring into your focus inward. Let go of your breath, do that cleansing breath. Drop that imaginary anchor. And then 3 long breaths in and out. So nice. What's really coming up this week is family, right? And your home. So a lot of you may be pulled to go home, or maybe pulled towards your families, or being more in touch. Some of that we know astrologically or energetically can be part of Mercury retrograde, and retrograde, especially Mercury, can pull people back into your life or have us focus on our home. So I really see that as a big, and I wasn't thinking of that when I went into the energy. I was seeing more just the energy of home and being pulled into the home to handle situations, to handle problems. And whether it's, you're moving, or whether you're redecorating, or you're needing to make space, or, bummer, you had a pipe break or a refrigerator go out or something like that, right? That your home is calling for attention. And it can also mean home physically, right? Or your own body, where you're slowing down, you're taking account of your body, you're taking care of your own needs, you're focused more on yourself. What do you need? What do I need to do in this moment? These are all appropriate for us this week. So don't be surprised if you need more attention, if you're a little bit tired, or you need to slow down, or you notice that somebody in your family needs you and you go there, or you find yourself cleaning closets, or the clutters just become overwhelming, you need to get rid of it. This is a great time to do any of those things. So it's the home is calling us, family's calling us. We're being asked to honor it, to spend time with it. And you know how these things go, right? So as soon as you ignore it, as soon as you go, I don't have time for that, I have to do this other thing, something else will happen that pulls you back where the universe wants you, right? So if you honor where the noise is coming from, so to speak, right? If you give it some attention, it doesn't have to blow up. It doesn't have to become a big deal. It doesn't have to become an emergency. So, we do that all the time, right? We know that something's going on with our refrigerator, for instance. We know there's a little something, but we don't get a mechanic out to fix it. Instead, we wait until the whole thing dies, right? So it's like, be careful. This might be one of those weeks. Anyway, so that's the first thing that's coming up, is just our attention in our home, on our family, whether we like it or not. That's kind of where the energy is wanting to go. It's like this magnetic force field getting us to slow down and to pay attention. So honor it, enjoy it, choose it, right? And if you choose it, it'll be so much better. Your week will go better. You'll have more fun. It'll be lighter, even if you're dealing with problems. It won't be as difficult. It won't be as sticky. So if you choose it, it's just going to make the whole week brighter. Okay, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. So this is a week also to be patient and to not project your wants and desires on somebody else. So especially when you're dealing with family, right? So you want to practice being a good listener this week. You want to practice not knowing the answer and instead inquiring, asking people for their ideas and their thoughts. Let it come in, take it in. It's not a week to make decisions for yourself or have to put pressure on yourself. It's about really allowing and seeing what's going on around you and being inquisitive, right? When we can become inquisitive, the universe can flood us with ideas and conversations. And so there's a great energy for us this week also to be very creative. We can really get a lot done problem solving with our creativity. So this would be a wonderful week to tackle anything that is a problem for you, to kind of look at it energetically, pull it apart, see what needs to be done with it. Not a great week for, let's say, communication, right? To go talk to somebody about the problem, but a great week for you to look at the problem and dismantle it and figure out different ways that you can approach it. So as communication becomes clear, then you know exactly how to approach something, what to say, and how to get the other person to listen, and not necessarily to convince them of anything, but you'll find a way to language it that they can hear it. Okay, so all great energy around creation and problem solving for ourselves and anything that comes up. All right, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. Okay, nice. New people coming in this week that maybe want to help you. And it might be short term, right? It may be, maybe you need your house painted and somebody's got a deal and they're showing up and they're like, we're here for 3 days and this is what we're going to do for you for 3 days. Or maybe it's the repairman and you've got to get this thing repaired and it's one of the only times that you see them. So it feels like there is this short-term relationship of somebody who wants to help you, who wants to step in to help you. So, the best you can do with that is just trust your instincts. And if they don't feel right, then send them away. And if it is right, choose the right person. But definitely feels like there's an energy of servitude, of people coming in to serve you and to support you. So I don't care if it's Mercury retrograde or not. I'm all about that. It's all about letting people help us, right? So it's, I always trust more in divine timing than the planetary things. The planetary things, I feel, were made by the divine just to kind of like clue us in a little bit. But at the end of the day, the divine energy is stronger and more powerful. So that's where you want to put your focus at. So let's see what else is in store for us. Okay, so there's some great, going back to creativity here, there's something great for you to create around something that you wanted for yourself. And even if it's like a trip that you saw yourself taking or a new home that you were, imagining yourself in, there's a lot of creative flow around getting the ball rolling and moving in that direction or inquiring about it. Doesn't mean you're going to sign a lease necessarily or rent a house or buy a house, but just the planning, implementation of the planning and the conversation, you can get really far this weekend. I can really feel it open up your heart, and it's a good thing. It's a good energy, and it's really positive. And it doesn't have to be, one of those things, but it's something that is important to you, that you love, that if you turn your attention to it this week, you're going to get some additional insights and additional segues into moving that forward. right? Whatever that desire is that maybe you gave up on, it was just too hard, it wasn't happening, it wasn't coming together. It could be something so simple as getting 3 friends together for lunch and your schedules just didn't meet. Anyway, this is the week it might happen, right? It's one of those things, or you might be able just to get it scheduled this week for, in a week or two. But it just feels like one of those kind of impromptu openings that it's coming back around again for you to look at, to explore, to have fun with. And it's easy. There's no stress here. There's not like, oh my God, let me figure this out. It's not like that. It's very simple, kind of falls in your lap. So kind of like a feather floating down, right? And just landing perfectly in front of you. So just be observant this week. Just notice kind of what wants to come in, what wants to show up, and go with it. It's very simple and it's very easy. There's no stress. There's no heaviness here around this kind of conversation I'm talking about. It's something fun and easy and free. Okay, let's see if there's anything else for us for this week. Okay, travel can be fine. For those of you that are traveling, it feels like it can be fine. Just don't take unnecessary chances with your time, right? Like, don't make that extra stop. Don't push it to the limit, just because there can be traffic congestion, there can be these other things. But I don't feel like a big problem, which is good because I'm traveling, so I like to hear that. But I feel like it can be pretty easy. Just, leave yourself the allotted time. Don't try and cut it short. Because then that can create additional stress in addition to missing planes and things like that. So I'm not seeing any big red flags around that. See if there's anything else. Oh, okay. So some of you will want to back up your computer stuff. You may want to back up your iPhones or whatever, because we've got this weird glitchy stuff. I know we have this little machine that just went out on us yesterday. I'm like, what the heck? And I went, oh yeah, that's right. So random little things like this. So it just came in for you to back up if you haven't backed up your phones in a while, to go ahead and do that. It's just you're gonna be glad that you did. Let's just put it that way. Okay. The last thing is, this is an energy. It's slow, methodical, but it's expansive and creative. So it's about slowing down so we can actually speed up our life, right? So we slow down, we take care of the business, we reboot, we rework things, we make them better so we can actually get lift off and take off and soar. So this is the week to kind of do all those things, whether it's editing or whether it's getting in your closet and cleaning closets, or whether it's, looking at your car and getting the crap out of your car. But it's the biggest thing is physically slowing down, right? Just taking your time, not rushing through things. And by doing that, it creates this just a steadiness in your body. And I don't know if you can feel that, but as I talk about it, I can feel almost like a balance coming into my body. So it's like a recalibration that's happening for us. So we're recalibrating being slower this week. We're recalibrating and our ability to speak and to articulate our needs and to be able to generate what it is that we need. So by slowing down, paying attention, we can actually expand more than we thought possible. So I know a lot of people I gotta rush, I gotta hurry up. This is one of those weeks where that rushing and that hurrying up is just gonna leave you flustered and irritated. Less is more this week, right? So less is more. So don't cram your schedule with a lot of things. Leave yourself some time. And the other thing that happens is by leaving yourself some time, the universe can gift you. It can gift you a meetup with a friend that you weren't expecting. It can gift you a party invite that you weren't expecting. It can gift you, is somebody who wants to do something kind to you, or an opportunity for you to help a stranger, for you to help a good friend, right? So just don't cram your schedule. The universe wants to surprise us. So I feel oh God, can you feel that energy as I talk about the universe wanting to surprise us? Really feel it. And where you would find it, I'm finding it around my knees, around my legs, around my feet, just kind of like prickly vibrations. That's the energy coming in. So whenever we kind of hit a vein of truth, of information, it kind of comes into our body and we can feel it in the form of goosebumps or those little twinkling vibrations. For some people, they feel it more as a lightness or the hair on the back of their necks. But that's kind of when you hit a truth or when you hit a vein. So, back to the truth. The universe wants to surprise us this week. So, leave yourself some time in your schedule. Have fun. Don't stress. There's a wonderful saying, it's working and this is how it looks, right? So, whatever's going on in your life, just have it be that it's working and this is how it looks. So, just enjoy yourself. Have fun, you guys. Don't cram your week up. Leave room for gifts and surprises because the universe has some for us. And I'm all about that. All right, you guys, I hope that you enjoy my weekly wake up. And if you haven't yet, please go to my website, my new website that I just launched, PeggyRometo.com, and get signed up for my new Get Dialed In program so you can hear all about the launch that's happening in a couple weeks, and you'll get notified, and there's some free stuff on there. And I just look forward to really connecting with you guys more and more and more and sharing this space and being able to connect more with our intuition, and we can learn from each other. So I look forward to it, you guys. Have an amazing week. Enjoy it. I hope your gifts are big and that you really enjoy them. All right. I'll see you again next week. Have a great week, everybody.